Hey, Shalom Akim out there. Before I begin, I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kakudash, and the double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone who have taught me this truth, and the peace and mercy to the elect out there throughout the four winds of the earth, who are truly putting on the word of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai and truly embracing this truth by walking in the way of it. All right, because the scriptures tell us. Actually, we can go ahead and grab that real quick. To be not a hearer only. James 1 and 22, and it says, but be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. All right, because there's a lot of people who will read or hear the scriptures and then they know it, but they don't really do it. And it is extremely wise to apply these scriptures, especially in these times, man. Okay, like the scriptures tell us to be. I'm just gonna hold a few on deck. I don't really have anything prepared. I'm not typing anything in correctly. Hold that one on deck. Slaki Akim. Let me get to what I wanted to open with. It's Ecclesiastes 2 and 14. And it says, the wise man's eyes are in his head. All right. And this is how we are to operate, man. All right. To be prudent. Okay. Just like the scriptures say that a prudent man look well to his going. Actually, let me see if we can get to the Bible Hub. Let's see. Proverbs 14:15. Let me get in the NIV right here. And it says, the simple believe everything, but the prudent give thought to their steps. And basically what that's saying is that we give thought to our actions, because certain actions can hold severe consequences, which can be like a big setback to you that is extremely unnecessary. Okay, we are um we are, like Apostle Ricard said, in a time to double down. All right, we're seeing things happen exceedingly at a very fast rate. A, things are happening at a rapid rate, and basically everyone is expecting there to be a very drastic change here very soon. All right, so it's important for us to just be on point in this current time. Okay, just like Apostle Gobar, he made that video like 6 months back. Uh, he titled it "Kiss." Keep it simple, stupid. Okay, so it's a time to keep things simple. Don't get involved in unnecessary matters. Just go about your day to day. And even if some people around you are talking about some political things and you know that they're wrong and you actually have the right answers, hey man, it's best advised to not even speak up, man. Okay, like the scriptures say, to cast not thy pearls to the swine. All right. And if you say anything that's adverse or even slightly adverse to what a person is talking about, man, people get their feelings hurt. People are extremely soft in these times. Okay, like the scriptures say, I forgot exactly what the one that I'm trying to think about is. Basically, the people have waxed worse and worse. All right, these people are being broken down by the foods that they eat, by all the bullshit that's taking place in the media. And this whole society is destroying people. All right, this is a just this in the cross references here. This is also a good one. Ephesians 5:15. I'm not sure what version this is though. It says, "Pay careful attention. Pay careful attention then to how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is." Right? And the Lord's will is for us to be patient and for us to wait upon Him and to not take any crazy action to try to avenge ourselves or to prove ourselves to these people. Everything is gonna prove, you know, everything is going to be proved in due time. All right, these people are gonna be proved wrong. Their their very strong opinions are gonna be proven wrong. You know, if they are wrong, you know, everything's gonna be proven in time, man. So we don't have to do anything, man. Okay, just like that one that I quote quite a bit in the Exodus 14:14, and it says, uh, Salakia, the Lord Yahweh shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. You know, that's all we got to do, man. We got to hold our peace, and the Lord is going to do everything. All we have to do is preach His message, keep it, and do our best to walk according to it, and just do our job. Do these videos, you know, go out to, to the highways and byways to be a fisher of the elect by going into the gates of the nobles, you know, preaching prophecy and giving a warning to our people, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, you know, don't matter. But we know that the words that we preach and teach by doing this work, you know, it is not void. You know, even if people are just going past you and, you know, people aren't even looking at you, hey, it don't matter, bro. This is the work of a way higher power than we have any understanding of. And that's why the scriptures say to prophesy to the wind, because the Lord will carry out this word where it needs to go. All right. Not to get too off topic, going back to this Ecclesiastes 2:14, it says the wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness. And I myself perceived also that that one event happeneth to them all. Okay, the point was, man, to be wise in your head. You know, to really look well to your goings. Okay. Let's get this Matthew 10:16 that I had got earlier. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves." See? And a dove doesn't have the power to attack much. Shit, a dove doesn't have the power to go like pick up a dog or anything. You know? It says to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. And you really have to walk in that because it's super easy to react with emotion. But those emotions are of the flesh. And the things that come of the flesh is sin. And that's what the scriptures say to let not sin have dominion over you. I think it's the same one that says to let not sin reign therefore in your mortal body. Romans 6 and 12. It says, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body, that ye should obey it in the lusts thereof. And in a heated moment, the lust of the flesh is going to want to pipe up and be right. Okay, the flesh wants to be right, man. The flesh wants to have the last say so. But that can lead you to a shitty situation, and it can possibly cost you your job or something. Okay, like if some dude is piping up at work, bro, just let him have a W, man. Just let him have it. We are gonna get the ultimate W in due time. You know, don't focus on these small W's in the world that don't matter, man. Keep your eyes locked on the big W, okay, which is making it to the very end and doing your best to be blameless. All right, be blameless in the ministry, man. You know, even Yahushua took a punch. You know, people would like slander him and everything, and he took it because he knew what the will of the Lord is. I just got that earlier, right? Understanding what the will of the Lord is, yeah. In Ephesians 5. And it says through 17, so I think that's 17. So having the understanding what the will of the Lord is, man. So if you got to take it, oh, it's fine, bro. Just move on, man. We got the truth. Man, we have the ultimate victory within us. All we have to do is wait for it to manifest in time, man. And that's why the scriptures say that the Lord is long suffering. Because, hey, man, there's times where it fucking sucks to wait, man, and you catch L on L on L. But so the flesh grows tired of it, and it wants to get a W, but just control that flesh, you know, and just do your best to find a different way to release that stress of the flesh, because there are ways to do it, man, that are wise and lawful. Okay, that's the same scripture, just not realizing that. Let me continue here. Romans 6 and 13, and it says, neither yield ye your members as instruments of unrighteousness unto sin. Look, see, so don't yield your members. You know, don't use your body as an instrument of unrighteousness. Don't let unrighteousness fuck up all your progress that you've made. Man, bros have been in the truth for years, man, doing their best to grow and grow and grow, and it would be stupid to let one small thing take you off of the whole shit that you've built. Or Salaki, it's not shit, but basically all the things that you've built. Which, yeah, man, we're gonna get rebuked, you know, here and there, man. Hey, it's gonna happen. But the main point of this lesson is to not let the real big thing, man. You know, like don't do something stupid to cost yourself months. You know, it's easy to walk away from these people and to walk away from um from situations. It says, "But yield yourselves unto the Most High as those that are alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness unto the Most High." And then here's the point, the one that I quoted earlier. It says, For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace." You know, and this is where like a lot of Christians will be like, "See, we don't have to keep a law," but they don't read the next scripture. It says, "What then shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace?" God forbid. Man, boy, if you read a Christian that, man, they shit, bro, they sound like me, stuttering and shit. No, let's fucking around. But yeah, bro, certain Christians get real stuck. All right. Just keep reading here. It says, "Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey, whether of sin unto death or obedience unto righteousness." So don't obey sin unto death, because these 2/3 of Jake out here and these heathens, they're going to obey sin unto death. You know, that is their path. But our path, hopefully, that would be of the chosen few that are written in the book of life. We are obedient unto righteousness. Okay, just like Yahweh Shai said, those who have damn, bro, it just slipped my mind. Wow. Uh Anyways, it says, verse 17, it says, "But the Most High be thanked that ye were the servants of sin, but ye have obeyed from the heart that from a doctrine which was delivered you, being then made free from sin, ye became the servants of righteousness." So put on being a servant of righteousness and pray to not stray from that way. All right, but that's basically it. You know, I'm getting kind of repetitive at this point, but I hope and pray that this was edifying. You know, I've just been kind of meditating on how important it is to walk wise, you know, and to avoid bad situations, because more and more as these days get more and more evil, it's going to be easier to fall into a dangerous situation. So try to practice praying before you go anywhere. Okay, just like that one scripture says, because obviously we're not going to be able to escape, um, you know, every bad situation, but at least pray that pray that the Lord will make a way to escape. Where's that at? 10:13. Anyways, man, I don't gotta get it. You know, I just quoted it. But so with that being said, I'm gonna say shalom.